coronavirus, disaster or blessing? Or maybe an opportunity? Let's discuss. Hi, it's Joanna ThePolyglot from languageguiding.com. I speak 9 languages and I help people like you to learn foreign languages effectively. But let's get back to our topic. Sounds controversial? Yes, it should be controversial because I want to wake you up. Wake up! Well, for some, surely will be a disaster. For others, maybe a blessing. For some other people, it might be first a disaster, then a blessing, or the other way around. And finally, an opportunity, or a great opportunity. What do I have in mind? I'll tell you. How did I come up with such an idea? Well, I'll surprise you. Well, I was inspired by what's going on. Well, there's no doubt. For some, it will be a disaster. For people that have lost their loved ones because they died of coronavirus, it will be a disaster. For their families as well. For many Italians, Spaniards, Chinese, and Americans, the British, and many other nations. It undoubtedly is a disaster. But I'm not going to discuss it here because we have enough of that kind of content. I want to tell you about something totally different because not everyone is going to have such an experience. And let's make sure that as few as possible of us have. So if you don't have to, stay at home and think that the hospitals are not made of rubber, they're not going to be bigger, okay? The same goes for medical equipment, and doctors are not going to replicate themselves. So think about it and stay at home if you don't have to go anywhere. For some companies, it will be a blessing. The companies that produce face masks or disinfectants, this will be a blessing. They'll reach peak of the sales for sure. Maybe also for pasta producers or rice producers, or maybe even toilet paper. But if you're making supplies, remember, pasta is from Italy and rice from China. But let's think about an average person. Do you remember having dreamt of learning a foreign language at a very good level? Oh, but then I only had time. Well, now you do have time. Some of us maybe are on a forced leave, so you have to stay at home. Some work remotely from home, and some others have lost their jobs or will lose their job very soon. And this is where the blessing thread appears. I know, working with children at home might be challenging and difficult. I know, and it might end up like this. But we are not thinking about this kind of scenario. The idea is to make the most of the time that we have. For many of us, our days are organized in a totally different way, or in a different way than usual. See how much time you're saving not commuting, not going to work, not taking your children to school and going back and forth. Even if you do work, the traffic is surely not that bad. The streets are not that crowded, so you save time on commuting as well, even if you do go to work every day. You cannot hang out with your friends, so use the time differently, productively. Well, you can spend the time in a very different way. You can watch silly videos on your phone. Or do nothing. It might be hard, but it doesn't mean you can't organize yourself. Me, for example, I have to take care of my kids because they are school-aged kids and I have to help them. My husband is working remotely from home, so I can't do anything during the day. That's why I'm recording this video at night. It's around 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm doing it at night because it's quiet. I can't do it otherwise. And by the time I finish with versions in 8 different languages, it'll probably be morning, so somewhere around 6 a.m. That's how it is. I don't do it every day. I do it once in a few days, so it's possible. So I have an option. You can A, do nothing, B, waste your time watching unproductive things on the internet, or C, spend the time productively. Write in the comments below which option you choose. You can use the time more productively and creatively. For For example, like this. And you can also learn a foreign language. So write in the comment Jo, which is the short form of my name Joanna, and it also means yes in the Kashubian language, which is very popular in the region that I live. It's spoken here in this region alongside with Polish. And on this occasion, I have something for you. I have a free PDF guide on how to find time to learn foreign languages. Even if you do have time right now, it might be difficult to find time because the things that you have to do are so overwhelming. They are so different to what you used to do. That's why just drop the PDF guide. You can find the link in the description below the video. It will be valid for now, and it will also be valid when all this is over. You just have to fill it in again and think about it, contemplate. When can I learn foreign language? So even at the beginning, maybe everything seemed like the end of the world, but it's not the end of the world, okay? It's not that complicated, it's not that difficult. You just have to think a little bit about it, and you have to want to learn. How? You can do online, just your imagination is the limit, basically, because you can listen to something, you can watch something, you can read something, you can write something, you can interact online. Sky is the limit, basically. We are currently living in greatest times possible. Let's think some 30 years ago, it wouldn't be possible to work remotely, maybe except sewing something at home, but all the other things that we can do now online wouldn't be possible. Even at present, maybe you have a boss who said, no, remote work is absolutely out of the question. Well, it is not now, is it? If you're in that group, write me the comment. And this is the opportunity part. These rules were changed by coronavirus. You also gain experience in terms of remote work because it involves a lot of self-discipline, just like learning a language. Maybe you are forced to look for another job, or maybe you'll lose a job soon. So that is the moment to spend time on learning something that you'll use in the future. Maybe you are stuck in a job that you hate without perspectives. Well, this is the opportunity. This is the opportunity to change your life. Make it a change for the better. Let's just think about global warming. We don't commute to work. Maybe the global warming will reverse because of the lack of emission, I digress. In a few months, a standard question during a job interview might be probably, how did you use the quarantine times or the times where you were forced to stay at home? And it will be nice to be proud of saying something like, I've brushed up my Spanish, or I worked on my German. I'm sure it will be much better than watching stupid movies online or taking part in a challenge. But how to do it? You need a plan. So get a free PDF guide, how to find time to learn foreign languages. The link is in the description below. I made it before the break of this pandemic, before the break of coronavirus, and will always be up to date. It is valid now, and it will be valid in the future when this all is over. Why? Because you just need to analyze what you are doing now and when you can find time in this difficult situation you found yourself in. Some people said, oh my God, I have so much free time, I don't know what to do with it. Well, do something productive. Time is the only commodity that is divided equally between all the people in the world. Doesn't matter where you live, how old you are, and how much money you have. All of us, without exceptions, have 24 hours. It's up to you how to use it. So, organize yourself and find time to study during the day. Are you with me? I hope you are. Soon, everything will be back to normal and you won't have as much time as you have now. But who am I to tell you about learning foreign languages? Well, I speak 9 languages on a level that enabled me to do business and even open a limited liability company. But you don't have to take my word for it. You can watch the very same movie that you're watching right now in 8 different languages. So, good luck. I'm sure you can make it. And see you in the next movie real soon. I'll tell you what to do next. And bye-bye.